Today we're going to make this easy paper Advent wreath using shapes.
For today's craft, you are going to need some scissors, a pencil, glue. You're going to need paper. You're going to need a larger piece of white paper. This is an 8.5 by 11, but use whatever size that you have. You're going to need some green, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of pink, and a little bit of purple. So go ahead, grab your supplies, and let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take my white piece of paper, and I'm going to put it in front of me, long side left to right, short side top to bottom, and I'm going to fold it over left to right. Now, if you only have a smaller piece of paper, you can just make this smaller, and that's okay. And you could actually cut this in half if you just wanted to cut it in half just to make it a flat craft. But when we're done, I want mine to be able to stand up like this. So that's why I'm keeping the whole piece of paper. So you get to decide. Now that I have that done, I'm just going to put it to the side. And I'm going to take my green piece of paper. I'm going to fold it over once. And I'm going to fold it twice. And I find twice is usually pretty good. If you keep folding more, it gets a little bit thick and hard to cut. So I'm just going to do that. Then I'm going to take the lid of my glue. If you don't have this type of glue and you have a white glue, you can just use some sort of circle tracer or just draw your own circle. But today we are using shapes. So this is going to be our circle shape. I'm going to trace once. I'm going to trace twice. 3 times. 4 times. And I think that might be enough, but you might end up having to trace one more time later as you do your craft. But let's start with that and see how it goes. We're going to cut those out. Now, if you find that it's really hard to fold paper and cut because you have to hold tight, otherwise the paper moves, that's okay. All you need to do is go ahead and cut out a whole bunch of circles. Some people even have whole like punchers that are this large, decorative punchers that you could use and just use that to cut out a whole bunch of circles. Now that I have all those circles cut out, I am going to start placing them. Now, when I place them, I want to make sure if I have my folded piece of paper that the open part is down here. And I'm going to create, oh, there's just one there, a little part of my wreath here. So I'm going to put some glue on my circle. I'm going to leave a little space on the end and start just putting one down, and I'm just going to glue them all the way. I'm not gluing them straight, I'm just kind of putting one and then one this way, and then maybe another one, kind of like a little pattern where it's up, and then down, just randomly placing them, not perfect, up a little bit, and then down a little bit. And I try to make the equal space on each side, doing the best I can. And then I'm going to go up here and kind of fill in some of those spaces. And they're going to overlap, and that's okay. Just putting on enough glue that they stay. See, I'm just overlapping. I don't really want any white spaces in behind here. I'm just overlapping as I go. And then I just look at it and say, I think I want maybe one down here to fill in some space. Or maybe one here. There's no right or wrong. You may run out of circles and you might need more, or you might actually have extra circles and you don't want to use them. I think I'm going to just put one kind of over here to make it a little bit rounded. And I just look at it to see if I like it. And I think I'm going to use my last one right here. And I quite like that. So when you like your wreath, you're done that part. And all you're going to do now is let that settle and grab your purple paper. And this is where we're going to make 3 candles, and then we're going to make 1 in pink. So the thickness of your candles is going to depend on how big your wreath is. You don't want a candle that's super, super skinny, and you don't want one that's too big. So what I'm going to do is take my purple, fold it once, fold it twice, and if you have a hard time, you can just make 3 of these. You don't have to fold and fold. You can make 1 and then make another and then make another. And I want to make a straight line. Now, if you have a hard time making a straight line, you can use a ruler, or you can grab another piece of paper like this, as long as it's straight. And I'm just going to make a straight line. I'm going to jump over and make another straight line. And that's about maybe 1.5 fingers. I think that's going to be good enough for my candle. And then I'm just kind of going to hold it here. Is it tall enough? Is it too tall? Just kind of look at it. I think it's okay. You can always trim it or redo it. So I'm going to cut those out. Now, because they're all together, I'm going to end up with 4 of them. I'm only going to use 3 of them, but I'm going to end up with 4. So when you're done, you need at least 3. Then what I'm going to do is take that candle and trace it right over top of my pink paper to make a pink candle, and then cut that out. I'm putting it right in the corner so I don't have to trace that line. Okay, I have all of those. Now what I'm going to do is take my yellow, I'm going to fold once, and I'm going to fold twice. Once again, if you don't want to do that, you can just make 4 of these, but we're going to make 4. So here we have our circle, here we have our rectangle. Now we're going to make a triangle. And to make our triangle fit, I'm going to take one of my candles and just put it underneath and mark a little dot there and a little dot there, because that's the width I want it to be. I'm going to find the middle spot, so I'm going to jump up, and I think this is about the middle. So there, this is in the middle, and we're going to draw lines from this dot to this dot, and this dot to this dot to make a triangle, and that's the bottom. And I'm going to cut that out, and we need 4 of them. Now remember, because I folded my piece of paper, I'm going to end up with 4. If you didn't do that, you just have to make 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whoop. Now, what I'm going to do next is glue those candles on. Now, if you're celebrating Advent, you don't have to glue all the candles on at once. You can just keep your candles and glue them on after each Sunday of Advent. You decide. And it should sit on there, match pretty well. See? And I'm going to do it to the next one, all 4. So I'm going to glue that on, 3 purple and a pink. Okay, once you have all your candles on, you get to decide which side you like, whether you like to see the whole candle or whether you want it to come up that side. It's up to you. I'm going to put mine so that I can see the straight line. And I probably should have glued this one the other way because you can see the pencil mark. So I'm just going to fix that. It's the great thing about a craft. You make a mistake, you just fix it. It's okay. Now our candles go purple, purple, pink, and purple. And so you want to put them kind of evenly spaced, figure out kind of where you want to put them. And then you're going to put some glue on the back. And this is where I like to just sneak it underneath, so it looks like it's coming right out. So I just sneak that underneath and I glue that one down. And I'm going to do that to all my candles, sneaking each one underneath and trying to evenly space them. So I just sneak it underneath those green circles. And if you can't, they were just too, if you found like, uh-oh, mine are too stuck down there, then you can either just put it on top and then glue another green circle to cover it, or you don't even have to sneak them underneath. This is your craft. There's always a way to fix something. Okay, so you can see here, I'm having a hard time because it's stuck. My green circle stuck too much. So I can either leave it like that, or I can go back, and I don't happen to have any more green circles, so I'm gonna cut another green circle and I'm gonna glue it on there. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So trace out and cut some more green circles. So then I just put some glue on my green circle and I just go over top. So if that happened to you, and maybe all of them, you had the problem, you just put them over top. It's no problem at all. And there you go, you have your Advent wreath. You could even take the time and write all the words on each of the candles, which each candle stands for. There, when you're done the craft, you are ready for it to stand up. So it just stands right up. It looks super, super cute. And like I said, if you want to, you can add some things with some crayons or some markers. Let me see what I have here and just show you. Maybe on the side, you want to write Advent. I think actually I'll write Advent down here. You could do it at the bottom. There is no right or wrong. Maybe you don't want to put any words. There you go, you could do that. You could write the, like I said, the name on each candle for which each candle represents. I hope you enjoyed this craft. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.